Hey, what's up, everybody? Time for another game theory, sort of. Not really game theory, just discussion video. Tech, sort of, not, I don't know, whatever. And talking shit about the community. Maybe if you like the videos, like, subscribe, comment, share, support the channel if you want. Appreciate it. Thanks. So, I want to talk about some Ryu combo theory in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate. And again, I'm not going to show the route I did because I've already talked about all this stuff. And it kind of like takes the piss out of people. But guess what? If you pay me, I will show you what I've done. How about that? But I think it was funny that recently, these guys apparently, they moved the goalposts so much that now they are doing double hurricane kickstarters, all this kind of stuff to do more damage. The dude is trying to claim that I must have used quotation marks his tech to do that much damage, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? So I went and I recorded this, and guess what? I didn't do any bullshit double air hurricane kick starter, which of course came from me as well in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, the guy literally is changing his routes to, it's funny. How the fuck do you guys respect this dude and say that he's the one that came up with all the tech when he keeps trying to say he did more than me? I've showed him in my private messages messaging me, right? And I even just, once again, I'm like, dude, that's not good. You're supposed to do this route. He changed it, and he's still trying to say he did more than me. So guess what? I'm going to put this right here. I just did another thing. No double air hurricane kick. None of his supposed tech that he wants you to believe that he came up with. Guess what? And that's without a double jab link. Without the double jab link, okay? But let's get into this idea of just combo theory of Ryu and why I've said so many times that the Denjin stuff is niche, right? Because if we look at this right here, right? What does Denjin mode do? The time meter, it's a move where you actually lose life for doing it. Ryu gets faster, and look at that, you see a little bar? It's a time meter. Now, I'm going to try to explain this to you like a child because apparently people are children, right? There's a time meter when you do this, right? And it goes out, and it takes away your life. And like I said, when people are talking about Denjin stuff versus B&B, versus other B&Bs I showed, you have to use a super to go into Denjin mode. You can't say that Denjin mode does not count as a super and then only do one super and say you only use one super. You build supers during other combos too. Like, you have to make it fair. You can't use two supers. You can't use three supers and then say you using three supers is fair, but I can only use two. It's fucking retarded. But then this guy, he's trying to tell you that I didn't know this shit. Like, okay, let's look at this, okay? I do a normal move in the air like that. We can see the recovery. Now, no shit, when you do Denjin, you fall faster because Ryu is faster in general. Whoa, whoa. He's trying to tell you that he came up with this and I never knew this, but if you actually go watch my videos, motherfucker, I showed me comboing after air hurricane kick without Denjin mode. So wait, we've showed this before. I've showed me comboing after air hurricane kick without Denjin mode. And he wants you to believe that I don't know the properties and Denjin mode makes you faster and that it was possible to combo after electric hurricane kick, whatever. Are you serious? Let's look at this right here too. This is what he's talking about. This is some amazing tech that you can land and you can hit the guy. That I would have never imagined doing that. But guess what? This is why this guy is not as smart as he wants you to think. Look at where the time was. Did you see where the time was? That takes more time off the clock to do that than a lot of these other routes that I've showed. As a matter of fact, if you go to this route and you do this Denjin fastfall, which he wants you to believe that he came up with, that no one has ever thought of before, even though it's the fucking property of the goddamn move, and I've talked about it before. Do you know if you do that Denjin fastfall in this thing right here, guess what? You don't get more damage than it. Do you want to know why you don't get more damage than it? Because guess what? You waste more meter, or you waste more time on the clock. If I am pushing the game to the max limit with, say, a route like I did right here, there's no time to do a double hurricane kick super. So let me get this straight. And I can do this same route here, and guess what? When you get to the point of no return in the combo, and if you were to do this launcher to air combo, air hurricane kick, and fall down, guess what? Before the super, guess what? You do about 30,000 more damage. But guess what? Because you wasted more time You do not have time to do double hurricane kick super. You run out of super if you're pushing the game to the limit. You can only get a super fireball. And guess what? That doesn't do more damage than this. And this isn't even, and this is without linking a double jab. And again, I'm not going to show the route because you should fucking pay me for it, you fucking retard. But let's get into this more. Let's show this a little bit more too, right? Denjin mode as well. And this is, I should say that I don't mind character-specific combos. That's fine. Like I said, I've done so many character-specific combos. I've done the foundational stuff in the game, the first one to do it. I've done the B&B stuff. The first one to lay the foundation of the game. I've also laid the foundation of the combo video stuff in the game, right? So I want you to think about this realistically, right? If you were doing a regular B&B with Ryu, let's just say right here and you wanted to go into Denjin mode, right? If you weren't doing something like, say, the fireball stuff, which I had to remind the guy, which is funny, that this does more damage. Isn't that amazing? The guy wanted to say he's done more than me, and he forgot that this does more damage, and I had to show him again just recently. But let's say we wanted to do a more powerful combo, and we did Denjin mode after this, right? But you got to remember, Denjin mode combos are very specific, right? If I were to do that here, guess what? That doesn't even work. Just going into the Denjin combo doesn't work the same versus everybody. Just the way the characters fall in Denjin mode doesn't work the same versus everybody. There are sort of simplified things that you can do with it, but guess what? The simplified things that you can do with it don't do as much damage as regular B&B stuff that is not as complicated. Denjin mode stuff, when you want to do more damage with it, it's generally combo video stuff or very specific conversions, okay? So if we were to go here, remember even this. Remember, even doing hurricane kick stuff is specific. If I just do that here, guess what? He falls down, right? If I were to do that versus this guy, guess what? He flies the other way. Denjin mode combos. And again, this is in all my fucking notes, and I didn't even own a fucking PS3, and I told you guys this shit. Denjin mode stuff is actually very specific, right? There's tons of character specific stuff. There's what Dragon Punch you use. There's how you mash the hurricane kick. There's the distance at which you hit the guy. You know, there's tons of different variables, which I'm not saying it is necessarily bad, right? Character specific combos are fun, and certainly optimal is optimal. I'm a big believer in that. But guess what? What is the regular idea when you're just doing the regular stuff? It's just hurricane kick when you're in the corner, knock the guy the other way. Guess what? When you're mid-screen, guess what I'm going to do? Oh, well, I mean, you wave dash in. It's the same versus everybody. You wave dash in. Or you knock the guy back, you do hurricane kick backwards, you hit the guy into you. And guess what? If we're just using 2 supers, this stuff does more damage than the Denjin mode. Now, if you are using 3 supers, yes, if you're using 3 supers, which for most characters, they're already fucking dead, and we're getting into combo video territory, then yes, Denjin mode for certain combo videos that theoretically can only work in a real match versus a few characters even, but I mean, I've showed it off, can do more damage, right? Optimal is optimal, I agree, but it's very niche. And guess what? This Denjin fast fall thing, if we go back to the thing, guess what? If I were just to use this route, which used no double tiger knee hurricane kick, just a regular fucking combo, guess what? And this is without double jab link, because again, you know what I mean? If I can't, it's crazy to me that the community, just recently, again, we showed that the community tried to say that I didn't do all these combos again. It wasn't me. And they were using tasks to recreate the combos. And I had to show once again that I was doing it manually, right? Can you imagine the shit I could do with tasks? You're making me re-record these combos with my fucking fucked up hands. I'm old now. You know what I mean? These controllers aren't getting better, dude. And you know another thing that's annoying too when I'm recording this shit, besides the fact that I just hate mashing for hurricane kick, is when I record it in OBS, it like starts to lag my game, which is, I'm pretty surprised because you would think it should not be lagging my game for as new as my computer is. I don't know if there's some setting, but it even like lags the computer a little bit. But anyway, the point is it's very niche. This was done without a double jab link. You know what I mean? Which, and again, some characters you can even do a medium link. But if you do this Denjin fast fall thing, which the guy wants you to believe that he came up with, which is absolute, it's pretty fucking retarded. You know what I mean? For this guy to pass off that it's something that no one would have ever thought of before. You know what I mean? But if I were to apply it to this same route, guess what? It does at some point do 30,000 more damage, but guess what? Because it takes more time off the clock, you can't actually do the double hurricane kick super. And we are already getting into combo video territory since the guy is already fucking dead. So if we're into combo video territory, then what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Then the combo video, yes, I do more damage. Do you get how retarded the community is about this shit? Anyway, you know, maybe one day you guys will do more than me, but it certainly isn't now. And the 13-year-old videos and ideas still have outperformed you. Remember to support the channel if you can. Super like, super chat, something. Jesus fucking Christ. The end.